Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in for the love of Zaddy, right? For the love of Zaddy part two. Shout out to Edward Anderson, right? Yes, I did listen to Ed's video. We tag team, right? Tag team in the subject. Mr. Nick Fuentes, half Cuban, half Mexican. Is it half Mexican, half Italian, right? So white skin, but not white in the wasp way, right? Which, for those of you that don't know, is white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. That is when people say white. That is really what white is in America. White Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Everybody else is wannabes. They have the white skin. They're white, like they're white, right? But they're not white. Okay. Now, um, for those of you that don't know, we will be responding to the like short ass clip, 20-second clip or something like that of black women on Fresh and Fit encouraging Mr. Nick Fuentes to say the N word. Of course they did. Of course they did. Right now, and the pictures that are surfacing of them kissing him on the cheek. I haven't watched Dayton. So Fresh and Fit did do an interview with him. I have to watch that. They actually did an interview with Scott Ritter too, which is funny because I've been following Scott Ritter on and off for over a decade, right? Um, okay, so anyway, let's get to it. And I'm gonna back up Ed 100% here. Where are you, Dr. Umar Johnson? Where are you, FD signifier? Where are you, Lil Bill? Where are you, foreign man in a foreign land? Where are you, consciously? Uh-oh. So what we have here, and I want to back up Ed again by saying these are not card-carrying divestors. These are your around-the-way hood chicks. And if you notice, you see all different skin tones there, Chrissy. Pause for the cause. Let's address something. Chrissy is responding to people that responded to her video, and she said, excuse my language, we're on a Sunday morning. She said, we're acting B-made, right? We acting B-made. Okay, let's do this. Chrissy says, well, if black men are acting, so if black men are subordinate to black women, if black men can't move without black women, then we're subordinate and we pretty much got to accept our position or take leadership. So in other words, it's the video that BGS played where black women are saying, we ain't giving y'all nothing. Y'all got to have to take it from us. No, we're not doing that. Guess what we're doing? We're leaving. Uh-oh. That's why so many of y'all in same-sex relationships. Oops. That's why so many of y'all are doing this whole polygynous, polyamorous thing like you, Chrissy. See, black women are trying to do what black men are already doing. That's why so many of y'all are in same-sex relationships, Chrissy. That's why y'all fighting each other in these same-sex homes, Chrissy. Oh, it's not, oh, subject yourself to my rulership or go kill yourself fighting white supremacy so I could end up with the white racist man anyway, like Nick Fuentes. No, it's not that. Oh, no, Chrissy. There's the other option, which is black men dating interculturally, within race, but interculturally, or passport bros, or SYSBM. And you know what I leave black women, Chrissy? Like you. Well into their 30s, single as a mug, still talking crap about black men on the internet. Oh, goddamn. Talking about which black men are throwing temper tantrums. Right? There's that. So keep talking. Sound nice. It must sound nice to hear your own voice. Look, Mr. Z talk a whole lot. I know what it looked like when a person has no answers. Chrissy got no answers, and there you go. Nice try though, Chrissy. Nice try. Anyway, back to the Nick Fuentes thing. Dear Dr. Umar Johnson, this is what it looked like. See, we knew y'all were full of ish When y'all let Cynthia G slide with the abort black male babies. You forgot to bring that up, Ed, or maybe you did. I just missed it. But yeah, no. We knew y'all weren't really about any type of female accountability when y'all let Cynthia G slide with the abort black male babies comment. Dear Dr. Umar Johnson. So this is where we are now. Everyday black women, not not card carrying divestors, not any of that. Yo, around the way black woman. So even if, okay, let's say they don't know who Nick Fuentes is. They don't know anything about his background. They don't know he's a white nationalist. They don't know anything about that. They don't know about Charlottesville. They don't know anything about that, which I'm willing to bet most of them actually probably don't know. Cool. Explain the encouraging him to say the N-word though. Explain kissing him on the cheek and maybe doing something else after encouraging him to say the N-word. Explain that. Dr. Umar, FD Signifier. These are the women that you wait. FD Signifier, these are the women that you say we're not resilient enough. Black men are not resilient enough, right? Mm-hmm. We're not we get rejected by these women and we're not resilient enough for, right? These are the ones that you want us to be chivalrous for, right? We're supposed to be chivalrous with these women, right, FD? Dr. Umar, these are the women you say, what schools have we built for the boys? What have we done? She's gonna have sex because she's beautiful. She's gonna and this and that. Yeah, have sex with who? The Nick Fuentes? The Nick Fuentes of the world. That's who black women are gonna have sex with, and that you still gotta save them. Shout out to Holly Berry. Shout out to the sister off of divorce court who had two kids with the air quotes former neo-Nazi. And he over here saying N-words all in her presence. Oops. Shout out to the story Tariq covered years and years and years ago of the black women who are 3 or 4 of them in relationships with white dudes, and they gotta go commiserate with each other and talk about their situation that they're dealing with the white dudes that don't understand, don't care to understand. Nothing going on with them racially. Uh-oh. They gotta go powwow with each other because the white dudes are just treating them like smash sessions, and don't want to hear nothing about their plight as a black woman. And yet black women tell you, oh, when we're with the white, he really understands me. He makes an effort to understand me. Yeah, that's it. Ed is right. This is how you get the Jason Pope situation. This is how you get Chad Wheeler situation. This is how you get, rest in peace, Asia Maynard. Rest in peace, Lawrence Smith Field. This is how you get that. This is how you get, what was it, the light skinned or the mixed black women who, when Trump was ascending in 2016, her white boyfriend saying you people to her. He starts showing his white racist fangs. They broke up. She ended up with another white dude. Right? This is how you get that. Uh-huh. This is how you get. Last time we checked, and we seen stories like this. This is how you get. Last time we saw them, they were going through it. They had an argument, and now her body missing, and the police don't investigate him as a white man. Her black body's missing, and the police are not investigating him. This is how you get white boyfriend, black girlfriend, in a physical altercation because she wants to play slave play sex. She wants to play slave play sex. Did you hear that, Dr. Umar Johnson? The clip, the story is in my videos right now. She wants to play. He spits on her. Funny, ironic, because they're in an argument because he doesn't want to play slave play. She wants to. Let me say this again. The black woman wants to in America wants to play slave play sex with the white man. And you wonder how Nick Fuentes could be encouraged to say the N word in front of a room full of black women. Uh oh. Do y'all want to just admit that they neo Nazis and can we move on now? Do y'all want to just admit that the white supremacist won, black women like Chrissy, like Paris, like Yanni, like Lexus Exodus, like Mahogany Pink, like Divested Zealot, like Shira 7, name them. They're neo Nazis now. It's done. It's Dr. Umar. They're not salvageable. They're gone. Dear Jason Black, ain't no alpha in your way through this. Ain't no peak value, quote unquote, peak value in your way out of this. She'll be cheating on you with the white guy that's cashier at the goddamn fast food mart or whatever. Dear Tariq, ain't no swagging your way out of this. You dig? They're gone. They are neo-Nazis. They're gone. How often do we got to throw the dating advice, the dating divide in everybody's face? Or cataclysm in everybody's face? Women of color respond first to white men, then to men of their own race. That includes black women. Translation, it's all about the white penis. How often we got to throw white men, Asian women relationship in your face? Educated, upwardly mobile, well off, well mannered, intelligent Asian dudes. Still no match for white supremacy. Oh, well, damn. Not for women. Uh oh. Not for women. Not for women of color. That includes black women, Asian women, Latina women. Uh oh. Nick Fuentes could pull that in a lot of spaces. Nick Fuentes, y'all, let me just state the 100% obvious. You know Nick Fuentes could turn around and have a black boy girlfriend right now? You know Nick Fuentes could turn around and have a black wife right now and still be spewing his nonsense? And have an army of black women defending the black wife, the black girlfriend? Well, what had y'all built? Y'all didn't give her no choice. It's Nick Fuentes this and Nick Fuentes that. Huh. They encouraged this man to say the N word and clapped it up for him after the fact. These are the people that Dr. Umar Johnson says we don't build for. right? These are the people that when the Ebony K. Williams situation came out, you saw Jason Black. He was copping. Y'all didn't really listen to about the first 5 or so minutes of Jason Black and tell me if he really condemned Ebony K. Williams. Y'all weren't really listening to what he said. He essentially said, I mean, she went about it the wrong way, kind of thing. Uh huh. Because when it comes to black women, everybody start copping, please. Outside of the black manosphere, everybody give them a pass. I said it before. Let me say it again. Let me paint this picture for y'all. We get okay. Listen, black women, y'all can't be that loud. We get it. Yeah, black men ain't ish. We get it. You should blame black men for slavery because that's what it comes down to. By the way, if y'all don't know, you should blame black men for being captured on the west coast of Africa. We get it. We're forever in your service and in your debt because we let you get captured. It's our fault. That's where Dr. Umar Johnson is coming from if you don't get it yet. It's always our fault as black men. But could you not be so loud, black women? I get it. We're not white men. We didn't go around the world and grape and pillage and destroy and kill and slaughter and enslave to put about 20-25% of y'all in upper middle class situations. We should have been the ones to do it. I'm sorry, black women, that we didn't enslave white people and we didn't take over Asia and we didn't subjugate and slaughter the indigenous and slaughter the aboriginals and the Maori and the Native Hawaiians and the Inuits and we should have been the ones to do it. I'm sorry we didn't do it. I'm sorry we're not the ones that had the Indians starving while we're eating high on the hog and our equivalent of Britain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we didn't go around the Caribbean slaughtering indigenous folks all around the Caribbean for sugar canes and for rice and for tobacco. I'm sorry. It could and should have been us. It should and could have been us to discover gunpowder from the Chinese and remix it and create guns and go around slaughtering people around the planet. It should have been us. I'm sorry, black women. We weren't the ones to do it so that you could be white women looking down your noses at other women. And by the way, not even all white women. Oop, not even most white women. Ain't that what you really saying, Dr. Umar Johnson? All you hoteps over there. Isn't that what y'all really saying to black women? That's why y'all keep on giving them passes. That's why Cynthia G could look Dr. Umar Johnson in the face and advocate for aborting black male babies on Fox Soul, no less. You know, Rupert Murdoch, them station. Uh-oh. Huh. And then you wonder why regular, degular, everyday black women, why Jason Pope could run through hundreds of them. Hundreds, if not thousands. You wonder how Nick Fuentes could be encouraged to say the N word and then black women clap it up. Where are the black male equivalents encouraging white women to say the N word, clapping it up for them, hugging and kissing on them after the fact? White female nationalists, where are they? I'll wait. All it took was white society sprinkling just a little bit more opportunities to black women than black men in America over the past 50 years. That's all it took. And then you saw the divergence between black men and black women grow wider and wider and wider. And is it really that wide? No. Is it a lot of their perception? Yes. But perception is reality. And look at black women now. All they needed was about 50 years of more college degrees. That's all they needed. A couple decades of you go girl. A couple of images of black women with white dudes. That's all they needed. And now it's perfectly okay for black women to be kissing on Nick Fuentes after encouraging him to say the N-word. See, y'all got to pretend like y'all didn't see all those black women that are married to Proud Boys. Y'all got to pretend like y'all ain't see that. The one from Hawaii who had the black wife, and he was one of the main leaders of the Proud Boys. Y'all got to pretend like y'all didn't see that. And this is a slim, chocolate black woman. Y'all got to play down the fact that the Proud Boys is a racist organization just because they got a handful of black dudes in there. But explain Nick Fuentes. Uh-oh. A known white nationalist. A known white nationalist. Had his stuff pulled down across the internet. They're resuscitating Nick Fuentes now. And black women are encouraging it. And Ed, don't expect Chrissy, that coward, won't say anything about that. Yanni is definitely not going to say anything about that. Paris, nothing. Bro, you had it right. They're going to ignore it at best. Or at best, they're going at best they ignore it. Once in a blue moon, Chrissy will pull one of these situations like she did a few months ago and bring on some random white dude to be like, hey, black women, stop kissing our ass. We're normal human beings. Men are men. Every once in a blue moon, she'll pull one of those situations. Just to cover her ass. Just so when something like this happens with Nick Fuentes, be like, well, it don't got nothing to do with me. Didn't we see that with the Veganator? And he said it. Through Crystalline Kerosene bought the Veganator on to throw black men under the bus. He turned around and threw black women under the bus and said how easy it was to pull them and how he was smashing. He was smashing one that was in a relationship with an upperly mobile. I think he said she was even engaged to an upperly mobile black man. So this is not no bum. So if I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. He's smashing, or he did smash, a black woman who was in a relationship with an upperly mobile black man. I think she was upper middle class. And how easy it was to get black women. Maybe I got my stories mixed up. Because I remember Sarge saying something like that too. One of his boys was white dudes that he worked with or go to the gym with or whatever, smashing some black woman he don't got no intentions of doing nothing with. Right? Going back to the Veganator. Throw black women under the bus, and then y'all forgot a few months later. Was it even a few months later? Was it 2-3 months later? He showed a picture of him with another black woman after the story blew up. And black women try to blame black men for the Veganator. Oh, y'all are encouraging him. Y'all are funding him. Then he turns around and shows you he's on a date with another black woman. Huh. So what is Dr. Umar Johnson going to say about this? Not a damn thing. Is Jason Black going to cover this for real? Probably not. Tariq going to say something about this? It's just dusty behavior, right? These are dusty black women behavior. No, this is your regular black woman, dusty or not. The white dude could sound like Nick Fuentes, be socially awkward like Nick Fuentes, be a whole white nationalist like Nick Fuentes, and he can run through dozens, if not hundreds, of black women. He could be using if they're encouraging him to say the N word on camera in a room full of other women, you think these type of women wouldn't engage in slave play? Wouldn't be like the other black women I told y'all about, and want, it's not even engaging, be the ones encouraging the slave play? Right? Huh. If y'all are on Fresh and Fit encouraging a white man, a known white nationalist who had all his social media stuff pulled down, or just about all, if y'all are encouraging him to say the N word, you would encourage him to say all type of anti-black stuff during sex. Now y'all see where the my massa challenge on TikTok type of mentality come from. And remember, the my massa, they did that twice. They did it with what, a year apart from each other, because before the surprising your man with that, it was another one, another song clip that they used, similar situation, and that was mainly young women, young black women in high school and in college. When we said they don't even want, understand where we are now. Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Umar Johnson, FD Signifier, right? Consciously understand where we are now. These black women don't just want white men. They want white racist men. Do y'all understand how where we are now? The mentality now? I don't just want a rich white man. I don't just want a white patriarch. I want a racist white man. Down here in South Florida in Fort Lauderdale, years ago, a few years, maybe 7, 8 years ago now, maybe 6, white racist cop sending all type of racist messages to each other, black girlfriend. When he get caught, he try to parade his black girlfriend. I'm not racist. Look, I got a black girlfriend. Uh-oh. And that's something you're seeing more and more. White guys getting caught up. You find out he got a black girlfriend, black wife. And everybody, he can't be racist. He has a black wife. He can't be anti-black. He has a black wife. What made you think the black wife ain't racist? It's not anti-black. Doesn't have a complex. Doesn't hate what she see in the mirror. The whole reason she's with the white racist man is because he's a white racist man. Marky Mark stomped out what was it, a black dude or a Latino? Well, who did he break the jaw of someone that went back in the 80s or something like that? You trying to tell me y'all don't think Marky Mark ever smashed a black woman before? Y'all think Marky Mark never had sex with a black woman? Before and after? Uh-oh. I wasn't supposed to say that. Kid Rock, yikes. Kid Rock showing you his racist things now. Got a whole mixed son. Hmm? Oh, Big Game said, okay, okay. All right. It was Vietnamese, right? And GC said, Umar won't say ish about this. Yeah, because for Dr. Umar Johnson and for Jason Black and for all of these people, black women are only insane. Black women are only engaging with these white racist dudes because black men haven't built Wakanda yet. And if black men just build Wakanda, we won't have to worry about none of this, right? And remember, now Chrissy's calling us BITCH made, right? There and said, "Oh, wait, y'all don't know how to stick attack. Y'all personal attacks. You're talking about relationships. You artard. You're talking about relationships. You know, very personal stuff. Relationships. Some of the most intimate, not even some of the most intimate thing you can engage in. A relationship with the opposite sex. Pretty damn personal. Once again, why are you talking? Miss polyamorous, polygynous. Now you saying temper tantrum, bro. You stealing all of my stuff, bro. You're really going off of the fact that your subscribers don't listen to me because you. I started saying temper tantrums. Now you started saying temper tantrums. I said insufferable. Now you saying insufferable, huh? But these are the women Dr. Umar Johnson wants us to build Wakanda for. The Chrissies, the Ebony K. Williams, the Cynthia G's, the Kim Fosters, and the women that are not even card carrying divestors who are over here kissing white nationalists, encouraging him to say that a room full of black women, encouraging the one white and look at the optics. White guy standing in the middle of front of in the middle of a bunch of black women. Look at the optics. If that doesn't say everything, look at the optics. A white man standing in the middle of black women because that picture right there says everything you need to know about black men, black women, and white men relationships. I said it like that on purpose. White man encouraged to say the N word by black women and then celebrated after the fact. No placer. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you very much, bro. Yep. Uh, yeah. And And GC says FNF shouldn't escape slander either, but we already knew what kind of time their bitch asses were on. Yeah, yeah, and everybody knows. But what about these black women? We already have condemned Fresh and Fit. We've already condemned them. And unless somebody can find a way to pull their whole entire internet, get them off of social media, which y'all can't. I agree with Ed, y'all can't. And I grant you, fine, these women didn't know who Nick Fuentes was. Fine. Let's say that's true. They don't know who Nick Fuentes is. They don't know about Charlottesville. They don't know he's a white nationalist. They don't know about Pearl and that whole debacle. Let's say all of those women there are none the wiser. Then still, why encourage the white dude, the socially awkward white dude with the squeaky voice, to say the N word? Why encourage him to say that? Let's say this is the first time they've ever seen or met or know anything about Nick Fuentes. Why encourage him to say the N word? Why celebrate him after the fact? Why take pictures kissing him on the cheek after the fact? Uh-oh. Then you wonder, then some people are surprised why Holly Berry is having sex with what's his name on Monsters Ball after her son is killed in that movie by one of him. Huh. Sounds like it was based off a true story to me. Anyway, and what's circulating on Twitter? The police chief or sheriff having sex with the white racist dude after the white racist dude killed killed the black dude. And all the people that, you know, grew up in certain hoods, and Mr. Z wasn't exposed to this, but you hear brothers say this all the time. The black woman sleeping with the white dude from across the train tracks that everybody knows is part of like some white racist family. That's nothing. Dr. Umar, what are you going to say about that? What are you going to do about it? FD, what are you going to say about that? Lil Bill, what are you going to say about that? Consciously, what are you going to say about that? Black women who are knowingly dating white racist dudes, wanted hunting for white racist dudes. Let's do one better. Looking for the white racist dude, preferring the white racist dude. Dr. Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black. What do y'all got to say about this? More and more black women coming out and just openly saying, "Okay, yeah, I'm with the white racist dude." That I don't just want a white dude. I want a white racist. I want an anti-black white dude, anti-black male, specifically white dude. In Detroit says Eminem made a mixtape about black women degrading in 1988. Yeah, I've heard about this before. Where he said to mention gold diggers still on YouTube. Yeah, that won't stop nothing. Were we supposed to pretend like Mariah Carey and give him no vagina? God damn, Mr. Z. Right? This is what it looked like. So I can't wait to see the whole thing. I'm gonna watch the interview where they're speaking to Nick Fuentes. Watch Myron start because Myron already told y'all, like, you know who's really oppressed? The white man. The straight white man's the one that's really oppressed. Whole government agent out here. The white man's the one that's really oppressed. The straight white man. Huh. But can we really go in on Myron and Fresh? Was that two guys, maybe a couple of dudes in the camera room or behind the camera? And what about the sea of black women? Right? What about the sea of black women? Right? Every day. Chrissy, this ain't got nothing to do with no skin tone. Uh-oh. I see light skinned black women there. I see brown skinned black women there. I see dark skinned black women there. I see all type of loose curls. I see weave. Ain't no featureism, texturism, colorism over there. All the black women are on one accord. It's all about white zaddy. I see women with tattoos. I see women with no tattoos. Ain't no class over there. This is not about income over there. Huh? Hmm. And this is who Dr. Umar Johnson is saying we're not building Wakanda for. This is who Jason Black is saying we need to be peak value for. Women who, if given the chance, will leave you for Nick Fuentes? I've said it before. I said it on the breakdown. This society is going to really have to sit down with what white supremacy did to the minds of women of color. That includes black women. And I'm not talking about all the internal BS y'all like to default to. Well, you know, because of the European beauty standard, she feels a certain way about her skin tone and her hair texture and her lips and her features. No. What did it mean for white society to rejigger everything? And what does that mean for the way women of color, that includes black women, see the men of their own race? What does it mean? That's the question. How do black women see black men? Because Chrissy got an answer for you. Uh-oh. Yanni got an answer for you. Yikes. Paris Malone has an answer for you. She over here calling you nakers. Oops. Cynthia G got an answer for you. She said she's trying to destroy the black community. She said, yes, I am. Uh-oh. She said abort black male babies. Yikes. Chrissy's calling you BITCH made, right? Kim Foster is calling you useless. Everything I just said, these women literally said it. I'm not putting words in their mouth, by the way. Huh? Right? Yanni told you get what you get. You wanted the civil rights movement, right? You wanted to integrate so that you could have access to white women. You get what you get. Oh, okay. How do women of color, that's black women, y'all hear me say women of color, I'm really talking about women of color and their relationship to the men of their respective races and ethnicities, but really black women, black men. How do women of color, black women, how do they see the men of their own race, particularly in comparison to white men, right? That's the question. Hmm. Kissing Nick Fuentes, encouraging Nick Fuentes, a white nationalist, a card carrying white nationalist that was at Charlottesville instigating stuff and encouraging him to say the N word, encouraging him to say it. And he said it with the ER and he loved it. He said it with the hard ER and he loved it. I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Fuentes took a couple of those girls home afterward. He didn't because he's socially awkward, but if he wanted to, he could have and have fun with them and then send them back to the hood to black men so that Dr. Umar Johnson could tell us, oh, we ain't built Wakanda. That's why she did what she did. Okay, yeah, that's it. So Jason Black could tell us we're not trying to be peak value. That's why black women are doing what they're doing, right? So that these weirdo black feminists could say, well, black men are too hyper masculine, right? That's why black women are engaging with known card carrying white nationalists, right? Oh, that's a good question. And thank you for the super chat, Mr. Shook to you. And Mr. Shook to you says, who do they dislike more, black men or white women? Whew, whew. That's a good question. Black men, black men, they covet white women's position. They see her as competition for the white man. Whether they dislike that she's there, she's in that position, and they're not, right? But the disdain these particular black women have for black men knows no bounds, right? These particular type of black women, oh, the disdain they have for black men knows no bounds. The disdain Chrissy has for black men knows no bounds. And it's funny because the other day I said black women really love you, and they do. They do. The black women that love black men really love black men. Their what Jeff Brown said, their love just got ish in it. But these types, the disdain knows no bounds. It is a distinction without a difference. The ones that mess you up because they just want you to get down on your knees and worship them and submit yourself to their leadership. But they love you though. And then there's these types. These are the Chrissy types, right? These are the Cynthia G types. These women are not even card carrying divestors, y'all. And look at them. And then these black women come right back to the hood and talk crap about black men, not letting you know they over here palling around with and maybe doing something more with white nationalists, open white nationalists, card carrying white nationalists. Dr. Umar Johnson, what can you do with women like this? You think you can rehabilitate women like this? You think so? You think you could do something with the lady over here getting into a physical altercation with her white zaddy because he won't play sex with her? You think you could do something with a woman like that? You think she's salvageable? I hate to condemn black people. Listen, y'all. I I hate to condemn other black people because I understand the struggle. I get it. But what can you do with black women that are piling around with open white nationalists? Dr. Umar Johnson, FD signifier, what can you do with them? And no, here's the important part. It's not even just they just sabotage it. I mean, excuse me. It's not that they're just piling around with. These women are actively attempting to sabotage black men. That's the era we're living in. Which one of y'all said peak insanity? Right? Was it Michael Ross? Which one of y'all said peak insanity? Because we truly are living in peak insanity. Right? So, Mr. Shook to you, no, their dislike for the ones like this, their dislike is greatest for black men over white women. They just see white women as competition. They despise that she's in that position and they're not. But the disdain they have for black men, because you got to remember, they blame black men for everything. Chrissy just said it. Yes, it's all your fault. Chrissy just said it, what, a couple nights ago. Yes, black men, it is all your fault. So when we say it's always Jerome's fault, or excuse me, Jermaine's fault. I don't know why I always want to say Jerome. It's Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. Yes, they're saying it now. Yes, they blame you for the capture and off of the west coast of Africa. They blame you for not offing them and offing yourself or jumping off the side of the boat in the Atlantic or on the Atlantic. Sorry, they blame you for the couple centuries of slavery. They blame you for Jim Crow. They blame you for all of it. They blame you for all of it. Yes, it's always Jermaine's fault. So their disdain is greatest for you, not for the white woman. They just covet the white woman's position. They don't covet your position. They want you to know your place. Whether it's just to provide genetic material and shut up. You have Russell Simmons' daughter saying, "Why do men talk?" And this is a cute little Blasian young lady. You imagine you get in a relationship, you smash it, and this is her mentality. Let's say she's not famous. Well, she ain't famous. Russell ain't famous. Somehow Russell and Kamorley still get together, some magic, whatever. And this is her mentality. And all you know is you got the cute little Blasian little what Chrissy called him, you got the little exotical who think like this about men, about black men specifically. So they just telling you straight up now. Why do men talk? Yes, it's always your fault. You're useless, right, Kim Foster? Right? Oh, Steph Cole told you when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, she smiled. And remember, oh, Steph Cole done swirled. She's a swirler. Huh. So this is how we get here with Nick Fuentes getting kissed on by the black women. I was gonna. It was a Freudian slip. I was gonna say white racist women. That's what these black women are. Chocolate dip white racist women. Right. This is who we're not being peak value for. Right. This is who we haven't built Wakanda for. This is who Chrissy is now telling us are our leaders. Right. Read her community posts. These are our leaders, right, Chrissy? So white men are your leaders, and you're our leaders. White racist men are your leaders, and you're our leaders. So we just black men just accept. And I understood what you were saying, Chrissy. But Chrissy is saying either you take the reins from us, you get murdered and slaughtered trying to fight white racist society at this current moment in time, so that I could end up with the white racist man after you get murdered and slaughtered, of course. Or you accept black women's leadership after black women accept white racist men's leadership. Shout out to the person who said it in my community chat. I think a few days ago, or maybe a couple weeks ago. Black women, you trying to make black men cucks out here? Is that what you trying to engage in? You think so? Black men supposed to kiss you after you done domed him off? You trying to spit the jizz in our mouth? What the hell you got going on over here? You want to degrade yourself in front of him, not us. That's your life. You're the one who get off on this type of talk, not us. Right? And Barry Little says, and thank you for the super chat. Barry Little says, anyone who has read Daughters of the Trade would not be surprised or even bothered by this. And there you go. And marrying into their families, letting them marry into the African families. Have a whole little mixed mulatto contingent over here on the west coast of Africa. Right? But Dr. Umar Johnson think we could fix this if we just build Wakanda. FD is telling us, oh, it's not that it's not that serious, man. It's small. It's small. Y'all blowing it up. It's not that many people. It's not that many women. Not that many women. It's not that many black women. These are FD. These aren't even card-carrying divestors. These aren't even card-carrying divestors, bro. Encouraging the white dude to say that they could have not known who Nick Fuentes is. Why are they encouraging some random white dude to say the N-word and then celebrating him after the fact? Right? So, Barry Little. So we're not even in week. Okay, let's make the argument. Okay, fine. Let's make the argument. The Daughters of the Trade didn't really conceptualize what they were doing, what they were signing up for. They didn't have this, and they didn't have the same concept of race the way we do now. Okay, fine. Let's put that on the table. Just throw these people this Hail Mary grace, right? The Daughters of the Trade, this is a different era. We don't understand. We're not really fully conceptualizing the way the Europeans see race and the racial hierarchy and all this other stuff, right? Okay, fine. We'll throw that out there. Explain why these sisters are encouraging the white dude to say the N-word now in the 21st century. Go ahead, Dr. Umar Johnson. Go ahead, FD Signifier. Go ahead. Go ahead, consciously. Go ahead. Go ahead, foreign man in a foreign land. Go ahead, explain that. Fine. The women on the west coast of Africa, they didn't really understand what was going on. They just were trying to come up and okay, cool, fine. What about this? What's this? Hundreds of years later, and this is what black women are on. With the white nationalists, card carrying white nationalists. Even if they say they don't even know who he is, why are you encouraging a random white dude to say the N word and then celebrating him afterward and then kissing him on the cheek after that? Right? Hmm. And Jay Stone says, and thank you for the super chat. Jay Stone says, the play is to smut themselves to white boys in college and try that pro black talk in their 30s. Bruh. Bruh. Somebody want to tell me he's wrong? Somebody want to tell me he's wrong? Wait a minute. What did the Business Insider article tell us about black women in college in these PWIs? Uh-oh. The white dudes are walking up to them with their penis in their hand. Some black women are going along with it and then feeling bad because the white dude then tells you, "Oh, I don't want a relationship." And then you see him walking the halls holding some white woman's hand, some Asian woman's hand, some Latina woman's hand a week or two afterwards. Uh-oh. He in a whole relationship now. Yikes. Jay Stone, maybe what you're saying is not so far-fetched. But Dr. Umar Johnson wants us to build Wakanda for these women. Right? How many black women are on PWI campuses doing whatever with whatever Latino white dude, maybe an Asian guy here and there, graduate college, come back to the hood, come back to the black community, and act like none of that ever happened. Don't count it, no nothing. Right? Yeah, some of them are doing that. Oh, definitely, Jay Stone. Yes, definitely. Definitely. And Craig, the tech guy, what's going on, Craig? Says, and thank you for the super chat. Says it's great to have the truth out now about black women. They're snitching on themselves. That's why I say the internet will expose us all. The internet will expose us all, and that's why I say let them talk. The internet will expose us all. Fresh and Fit is an internet show. Black women over here, just like other women, trying to advertise themselves on Fresh and Fit. Now they meeting up with the white racist dude, encouraging him to say the N word. All for what? 2-3 seconds of internet fame on Fresh and Fit. What you gonna brag about? Oh yeah, I'm the one over here, the third one to the left. You see me? I'm the loudest one trying to tell him, encourage him to say the N word. That's me. That's gonna be your bragging rights to your children in the future. If you don't have them now, look, I'm the second one to the right. I'm the cutest one that's encouraging him to say the N word. Oh, look, I'm the one who got to kiss him on the cheek afterward. And if he wasn't socially awkward, I was the one who gave him the blowjob afterward. Well, I was the one who smashed in the car afterward. All for that 5 seconds of fame on Fresh and Fit. You got the socially awkward white, not white, racist dude saying the N word. Y'all women are encouraging the white dude to say the N word. This is why I say let them talk. This is why I say the internet will expose us all. This is black women exposing themselves on the internet. Not Chrissy saying BITCH made. No, Chrissy, you thought of black men that way maybe your entire life. You just now openly saying it on the internet because you don't want to reconcile whatever your issues are with black men, which is that you can get and keep the one that you want, which would be okay if you could get and keep the white man that you want. God damn. Maybe you should try to like appeal to Nick Fuentes, try to have him, a man like that, marry you, Chrissy. Y'all could go and have y'all neo-Nazi babies and y'all be straight. Right? Y'all could have y'all little mixed neo-Nazi babies, y'all little tragic mulatto babies. Go move out in the burbs somewhere. Go raise your children in largely white environments, your mixed children. And you could be jealous of your light-skinned mixed daughter because she living a life you wish you had. But you could also be proud of her while you played her loosely curled hair. And you could have Nick Fuentes teaching your mixed black son how to infiltrate the black community and be the worst thing ever. Be Trujillo. Yeah. Yeah, Chrissy, I think you and Nick Fuentes would make a great couple. Yeah, you older than him, but that don't matter. He a white dude. You don't have no problem paying his way through life. He's white, right? And y'all could be Vincent LeBeau. He could be Vincent LeBeau and talk about how crappy black men are while sounding kind of homoerotic, right? Have the black wife, that's you swallowers and divestors' wet dream, right? Be with the white racist dude that hates black men but loves black women. Did you just jizz your pants right now, Chrissy? You just jizz your panties, right? Y'all could take turns trading the N word about black men. Go out in public and poking fun at black men and have your little inside jokes. Isn't that the goal for all you swirlers and divestors? To have like a Vincent LeBeau type of situation going on. White racist man, anti-black woman, anti-black man, black woman, tragic mulatto kids, doing well in life, upwardly mobile in the suburbs, right? Isn't that the goal? That y'all could chastise black men about the patriarchy they haven't built or they let crumble or whatever, however you want to word it, and how great white men are, right? Peak with peak. right? Jason Black over here talking about peak value. No, black women already found a peak value. It's the white racist man. It's Nick Fuentes and his ilk. And they don't got to be rich to do it, right? They don't have to be rich to be that. They don't have to have a yacht. They don't have to have a private plane, right? And Spain Man says, and thank you for the super chat. Tides for the sermon. Nah, son, she ain't yours, right? So yeah, black women over here. I'm not gonna make this too much longer. Ed's was about an hour, I think. Mine's is about to hit an hour 15 minutes. I'm about to close out. Look, at the end of the day, the black community, and I'm saying it the way I'm saying it for a reason. Y'all bear with me. The black community has to have a real conversation about black women in a vacuum. Not what black men did, not what no, about black women flirting with white racist language, anti-black male language, how the way they see black men, the way they see white men, them comparing black men to white men, black women engaging in all type of buffoonery and coonery with white dudes, specifically white men, not Latino men, not stop it. We're not even gonna mention the Asian men. That's not a thing. Using misandrous language about black men. The black community is gonna have to have a real sit down about the Chrissies of the world, about black women like this on Fresh and Fit, about the Yannies, about the Paris, about the Cynthia G's. And black men are gonna have to tell black people straight up, ain't no ultimatum. Y'all got to get rid of these people, right? This is why so many black women are same-sex loving. What black man could do anything with a black woman after she been kissed up on or then got F by a Nick Fuentes? Black women, do y'all want to really be honest that sometimes the reason why you struggle with black men is because the dudes around your way know you would have bust down for white dudes in your 20s, maybe your 30s, maybe now, right? So, all right, y'all. I don't know what else can you say to this? This writes it. What I was saying a few weeks ago, the jokes write themselves. This writes itself. This is a card carrying white nationalist. There's no bones about it. Like, there's no room for interpretation about who Nick Fuentes is or what he stands for. No, this is a card carrying white nationalist. There's nothing to be misconstrued or misinterpreted. No, he's a card carrying white nationalist. And you had a room full of black women encouraging a card carrying white nationalist to say the N word. And then they celebrated him afterward. And they're over here giving him a kiss on the cheek with him, when he had a peace sign up or something like that. And these are the women that you continuously have black men are being chastised for not doing stuff for. What have the Nick Fuentes of the world done for black women except enslave them? Right? I guess you could say they freed black women from black men. I guess, right? Because if it wasn't for the Nick Fuentes of the world, the black women would be stuck with black men back in Africa. It was the Nick Fuentes of the world that liberated black women from black men. See, you see it as bondage and slavery, black men. I guess the black women like Chrissy see it as their liberation process. They had to go through that so that on the other side, post Jim Crow, post slavery, now they have access to white men. It's raining men, right? And bro, it's official. They are their own race. And Spademan says this is why we need some kind of separation. Let them be their own race. And what really needs to be done, because this have some really bad consequences also, Spademan, right? But it really needs to be done where we see the difference between black men and black women all through this society so that people can really see, so that when black women say racist language against black people, won't be like, oh, that's just black women, being angry. No, 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 no. Oh crap, they're racist as hell. If a Latino says anti-black stuff, the Martinez of the world, we always anti-black. We need to treat these black women like the Nuri Martinez are, right? What was the southern white lady, the cook? What was her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh my, ugh. Maybe a decade or so, she got caught up with all the racist stuff she was. Paula Dean, there we go. Thank you, Paula Dean. Paula Dean, thank you, Paul. Paula Dean. No, I'm back. I'm back, everybody. Yeah, I got cut off for a second. I'm back. I'm back. Paula Dean. We need to see the black women like this for the Paula Deans they are, right? For the Hillary Clintons they are. What was the name of the former governor of Arizona that had her finger in Barack Obama's face? For the those that they are, right? They need to be seen for who they are. Chrissy need to be seen for who she really is and stop. I'm a black woman. No, you're a white racist woman painted black. You're a white racist woman painted black. And if the world saw you for who you really are, everything would make sense. Why you speak about black men the way you do? Because you are a white racist woman painted black. You're a classist, wannabe white woman, and that is why you sound the way you do, particularly about black men. Y'all need to be seen for who you really are. Right? Oh, Will AR, it was you that said it. My bad, brother. And Will AR said it's peak. Excuse me. It's peak insanity at this point, or peak delusion, as someone else had said it. That's perfect. Peak insanity and peak delusion. And I think this is, by the way, because we're black and we're in the black community and we're dealing with black women, or maybe not, we're specifically speaking about this in this way. But the peak delusion and peak insanity, oh, that's damn near worldwide right now. Encouraged by social media. Mr. Z is not even one of those people, especially some of the boomers and some of the older Xers, that is social media and everything. Like, when somebody don't have the answer, so it's always this one thing they blame everything on. It's social media. Social media is the reason why the comet is gonna hit Earth, and social media is the reason. No, 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 no. Right? Social media is the reason why there's solar flares, and social media. Stop it. Social media is the reason why the aliens wouldn't come down to Earth. Okay, yeah, whatever. Or social media is the reason. No, Mr. Z is not that person. But no, social media is encouraging the insanity and the peak delusion. And the way it manifests in black women is a Chrissy. But the beauty of social media is that you get to see these women huddled around Nick Fuentes, encouraging him to say the N word. And in that group is somebody's aunt, and somebody's niece, and someone's daughter, right? And one or two of you, if you didn't know them, you would have smashed one of those chicks. You would have tried to wife one of them, right? There's a couple of them in there that some of y'all think is cute. Encouraging Nick Fuentes to say the N word. Would they encourage you to say the B word? Would any one of those ladies encourage y'all to say the B word? Any one of y'all brothers would have been and sitting in the middle of that crew, and they would encourage y'all to say the B word, and then clapped it up for you afterward, and be kissing you on the cheek after the fact. Hmm? Well, on that note, we'll pause right here. This is my little Sunday morning. I wasn't even supposed to do this. I have stuff to do. Ooh, I have stuff to do. Um, so, yeah, my day is tough. I, I originally woke up early to get started on the chores and all the other stuff I have to do, and I saw this right on my Twitter. Then I saw Ed was doing a video on it. I'm like, what in the world is going on right now? What is happening in life right now? Right? So I should still be coming to y'all with a Monday morning, hopefully Monday morning address, and we'll do a panel tomorrow, right? All over the great said, how are you up right now? Right? But yeah, so if y'all haven't checked it out yet, I guess y'all I guess we're waiting for the full video or whatever. But yeah, I'm be prepared. Mr. Z will be talking about um the interview with these guys, with the Fresh and Fit. Anyway, the Fresh and Fit guys, and Nick Fuentes, and we'll talk about it. But geez, Mr. Z, Chris, you want to talk about like she feel like she in the Twilight Zone? Shut your ass up. Anyway, no, this is Twilight Zone. No, this is Twilight Zone. But like Malcolm said, like BGS said, you sending your kids to their schools. This is their education system. Your kids are being entertained by them, right? So There you go. So you got ADOS FBA black people, you have black immigrants and their children and grandchildren, you have black women, right? Once again, non ADOS FBA black women, you got black American women, all saying crazy stuff. Slavery wasn't that bad. I don't want to hear about slavery no more. Black men ain't fight. Black people deserve this. All type of weirdo stuff coming out of black people's mouth right now, right? All type of weirdo stuff coming out of black people's mouth. So yeah, so this is where we are. And Barry Little says Terrain Walker just dropped a post on Twitter about this, and black, quote unquote, black male feminists, blue checks, and Umar acolytes are whining in their defense. Of course they are. We already know. And by the way, and Thermocat, thank you for the cash app. And but we already and like I said, I'll cover that. We'll come back and read it. This is good. We already know this is going to be a topic for another few days, maybe a week or so. Yeah, this is this hit right on time. It pretty much Saturday night, Sunday morning, and this is going to be a topic. Everybody might be talking about this tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday. Because this is important. It's not just talking about it just to be bloviating and pun not intended. Right? But yeah, this is not just to pontificate and bloviate about this. No, this means something when you have black women entertaining a card carrying, like they could say whatever they want about us. We're not entertaining card carrying white nationalists, right? Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about Pearl. Card carrying white nationalists, right? And remember, you can say whatever you want. You saw black men going back and forth about the Pearl situation. Let's see how many black women are going to be going back and forth about this Nick Fuentes situation. Let's see how many and I'm agreeing with Ed on this. How many black women are going to try to get black women together about, hey, no, 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 we can't be doing this. We can't be encouraging random white dudes, even if, okay, once again, you don't know who Nick Fuentes is. We can't be encouraging random white dudes to say the N-word and then clapping it up for them afterwards. Oh, GC, you know it. And GC says they're def gonna try to compare just pearly things to this. Of course, you know it. You know it. You know it. Well, y'all did it too. Y'all did it first. Like just pearly things. Nah, just pearly things ain't no card carrying white nationalists, bro. Don't do that. White racist woman because of America and the history. And yes, yeah, yeah, of course, absolutely right. Karen and Sid, she excuse me, and Sid, she you know she enjoys being a Karen or whatever. Yes, of course, of course, of course. But card carrying white nationalists, right? Encouraged to say the N word, right? Then Oliver the Great, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you very much. So I'll go check out and thank you for that Barry Little. And I'll go check out the Terrain's Twitter thread. I'll check out his community chat on YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised if he covers this also on his channel, right? Hey, let me end that. We're about an hour and a half. I got stuff to do. All right. Love, peace, and chicken grease, everybody. I'll pause right here. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Shout out to you, Ed. Thank you for tagging me in your video. Actually in the post, and I caught your video live. So let me go. Let Mr. Z go do Mr. Z things, and Y'all, this one right here, black women encouraging a card-carrying white nationalist to say the N-word. Yeah, we. Hey, I told y'all we in Auschwitz. I've been told y'all we in Auschwitz and Dachau. I've been told y'all that. We are in 1930s, ni- early 1940s Germany. We are there, black men. That's where we are. Right. I've been said that. Right. So we'll pause right here. Truly, y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Um, yeah, Mr. Z out. All right, everyone. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day.